Tuon nimen, jonka vain harvat laskee huuliltaan. Voimaton äänessä niin kertoo laulut nuo. Sielu väkevä kuin terva vie jumalten luo. Metsä on noidan ketto, sen tietää kaik. Illan tullen ei sinne muut ohdi astua jalallaan. Kädet parantajan sai, vaikkei sit tiedä kuka muu. Kasvot peloin puhuu vain, kun kulkee ohitse muun. Noiden tie on yksinäisyys. Keskel vieraiden silmäin on harvas lempeys. sydän huutaa suusien ulvomaan. Taivaat ja veton auki rinnallain. Kosketus kuumin tulta sulattaa jäisemään. Kanssani tähän tanssiin rauhattomaan. Kesällä tietää mielessään on aika lähteä pois. Metsä kutsuu kulkijaa rauhan sielulleen se tois. Kylmäks käynyt maa jo kutsuu taas sen kulkijaa. Vuoret rikko taivaan rantaa, mielen kirkastaa. Se kutsuu kulkijaa pois, vie se näiltä main. Raskaks käynyt sydän huutaa rauha erämaan. Huiskaus puiden latvoistaa tuo rauhan sydämeen. Haukko huutaa hyvästi talven ensi tulee.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome! Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Will-O-Wisp Woods. We are more than happy to have you. So, we're starting a little late. We ended up having to do some stuff and chit-chatting and just talking about things and stuff, as well as some news and things. So we got a little sidetracked, but we are here. We are back. We are going to get into play. We are here with episode 77 of the Journey of Grandiasha. That's always fun, which is great. We do love Grandiasha. We do love our players. We do love this group. So, thank you all for joining us. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are happy to be here. I do hope that you all are having a wonderful evening. Last time we were here, our wonderful players were all doing their own little things here and there as Dwendle was working on his cart some more. As that is what we were saying he was doing, using the portal to get back.
Johnny, roll.
Vault.
He was working on the vault.
The vault? Correct.
Yeah, he was working on the vault. Nyla made a new
Vault.
portal through
Yep.
the cart.
Yep, vault, cart.
Yep.
Vault, cart,
Ow.
cart, vault.
That's actually really smart.
We
Sure.
have not
Cart.
been here for 2 weeks.
We've noticed.
But,
Yes.
but, as we are back, some things are coming back to mind. I do have the important stuff. Odile was going shopping for the group.
Mhm.
The group needs food.
Nyla went looking for May.
Yep.
May had a wonderful conversation with a strange elf that seems to be living on the coast.
Mhm.
A very insightful conversation.
Mhm.
But, nonetheless, everyone is slowly converging once again as everybody is, with Nyla and May heading back to the portal, and Dwendle still working on the vault. Odile still in town, gathering up the last few things here and there. To make things a little easier, I know Nyla and May were talking about wanting to go to the Tarkin home. Is that still a thing?
It's theoretically a thing. I don't think we have direct
Theoretically.
plans for it yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we were
we
just
can
walking
circle back, but we're
talking.
just
So
just silly ideas bouncing off each other.
okay. So everybody is kind of after doing their own stuff and doing their own things and gathering their own stuff. Everybody is kind of reconverging in the house once again, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we will start there. With everybody getting done with their own little things and their own little conversations, interactions, and the like, our group is reconverging in the home. Of Nyla. This strange place with magical portals, empty rooms that are furnished, and a strange vault. Our group reconvenes once again within the home. You all are free to do as you please.
How long did Dwendle have on this vault?
It's been several hours.
Hours.
It's been a few hours. Yeah.
So enough time for if this dwarf got pissed enough to completely disassemble this vault door.
You could try.
Have we thought about thinking of the door with the portal?
I've been thinking
Interesting.
about. Well, we can see the inside, but yeah, no, I don't know. As Dwindles is gonna do stuff.
If you'd like, is there anything specific that you're trying with the vault? Or are you just,
I'm just
going at
I'm
it?
just listing off Nyla's favorite things.
Does Dwindle know
favorite
Nyla's
creatures.
favorite things?
All a few of them.
Do we know what kind of lock mechanism it is? Like, is it a password? And is Dwindle thinking that it's gonna be Nyla who created the password? Like, less than an hour after she obtained this banner?
So,
Just out of
what I had
curiosity.
described for the vault is it is a large circular door,
Uh-huh.
and there are 3 rings: an outer ring, a middle ring, and a center ring with a
Yes.
large, almost like a combination lock in the center
Mhm.
with 3 different symbols on them. One of them has a strange, like, almost like a bear. Like, think the California flag bear sideways.
Yeah.
In the center, it's a, how did I describe this? I should have taken my own notes.
Is it kind of like the one from Eddie's castle?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just picturing a Skyrim door here.
I mean, if that's the easiest way to realize what it, or think of what it is, it's basically that. But yes, it's got symbols. I can't remember which order I had ordered them, but it's a bear. There is a strange
Instrument.
an instrument, and then
Mhm.
the third tumbler was a,
It was weapons, right?
if I'm not mistaken, yes.
So I was just gonna do this in order of Nyla's favorite things. Like, okay, Nyla does this.
Does Dwindle know Nyla's favorite things?
Like I said, he knows a few of them.
So,
Me as a person has forgotten as college. It's like,
on the tumblers, the one with the animal, as you spin it, you have bear,
deer.
deer,
I remember the deer one because I was gonna do deer. I seen Nyla's play her little lute.
Mhm.
I believe it's so he's gonna do deer, a lute, and then he was gonna do a bow.
It's a flute, not a lute. Yeah.
A lute is one of the symbols.
It ends with a loop.
It's true. Very, very similar.
It ends with the same word, just an extra letter at the front. So,
Very curious letter. I think someone found a lute and made it worse.
Backing down.
so you are able to. Oh, Kiv has disappeared. Oh, Kiv has reappeared, but as a black screen of shadow and darkness.
15.
She's screaming
Nonetheless,
into the for us.
I'm assuming it's a covered camera.
so as you attempt these tumblers to spin, there are a multitude of options. As you spin it, it actually changes the options. However, the one that you pick, the deer, the flute, the bow, those three never change. The other symbols, however, seem to change every time you spin it. But not enough to notice. It's not every time you spin it, it's each one is disappearing like as it spins. As you spin it, each full rotation, there is a chance that as you spin it, the opposite side changes. The only constant as you set them on the tumblers are Nyla's 3 favorites.
Right.
As you finally lock them in place, each of the vault rings start to spin at the same time. Each of them moving with a very loud stone grinding noise. The outer ring turning clockwise, the middle ring counterclockwise, the center clockwise. Each of them spinning until finally they lock in place. And you notice each of the symbols glowing. Everybody reconverging at this point can hear as the house begins to rumble very lowly. Following the noise, of course, the vault, the largest door in the house. As you all make your way down and you watch as these rings turn, they lock in place and they stop before there's a moment or two of silence. And then, as if air is being released from a compressed ball.
This one to go flying.
No. You hear the loud hissing of air as the door and then begins to open. The door itself opening out. And you notice on the inside of this large circular portion of the wall, just inside that, there is a flat wall with a single placard in the center, just at eye level for Nyla. Nyla, what is the one language that you choose above all else?
What do you mean?
What is the language Nyla knows first and foremost?
Besides common or just common?
Whichever one she grew up with.
I think she probably grew up bilingual between Elvish and Common,
Okay.
so they'd probably be equal.
Which one does Nyla lean more towards?
Let's go Elvish, because it's probably more special to her.
Okay. Well, as it opens, Nyla, you notice the placard, and each of you watch, and anyone who understands Elvish watches, as elven symbols begin to be written on this placard. These beautiful these glowing lights of letters in Elvish. For those that understand Elvish, read, "You may choose the word that locks away all material."
I gotta look something up before I choose. Give me a sec.
Look around.
Those letters then disappear before another set begins to glow, fading in as the others fade out. Etch into the placard your answer.
I spent 3 hours on this. Zero.
Oh, shoot, did I get it? I thought I did. Sorry, this might take me a sec. I thought I gave him.
If you'd like, you don't have to show everyone else what you're writing. But
That's fair.
if you'd like to, you can. Otherwise, if you'd like to go on ahead and have it where Nyla writes down the word, then
I'm
you
gonna
can-
do that, and I'm gonna get back to you because I have to decide something because I thought I already did, but apparently I didn't. So I will text it to you
Okay.
when I come up with it.
You step forward and you hide the placard. And there are no tools for you to etch the word into this placard. However, you watch as the placard itself, then with the letters fading away again, you get a strong sense that it doesn't mean actually etching it, because the placard itself has letters glowing on it. And
Yeah.
so you draw with your hand. And as you use your fingertip, you actually watch as the letters that you're writing are glowing against the placard. And when Nyla has written in the word that comes to mind, you all watch as the placard itself disappears. And then this wall of stone bricks, you watch as each one begins to fade from existence from the center out, before exposing a very large room. This massive room, empty, but massive nonetheless. Massive. And as you step in, there's this wave of almost nausea at first. It's similar to the feeling that you had when you first walked through the portal. But as you step into this vault, you feel this wave of something that just rattles you for a moment. The nausea kind of settles and goes away, but you now stand in a very large stone room, and as you all look around, you notice 4 small pillars that go up about halfway of the height of the room with braziers on top of them that then light in each of the 4 corners. Between the center of the room and each corner.
Am I dreaming right now? Because it's kind of insane.
I wish she were dreaming. I wish she was in those gold and fun stuff in here.
Well, yeah, that'd be nice, but you still have plenty of gold, right?
No, couldn't hurt.
Also,
You know, I got your vault door open.
also keep in mind that now, that we're here, now that the dragon's gone, now we have a portal to anywhere that we have a door from. We can always go and, you know, raid Eddie's place a little bit more, because I don't think he's gonna care. You can always check with him if you want, but we could always move
That is a
everything he's got there
fantastic
to here.
Starts, runs, and sprints. Thanks.
Yeah, he's gonna have this place filled in about 12 seconds flat. He's also definitely gonna hog that portal, isn't he?
Just thinking.
So Dwendle's thinking of Eddie's place?
Mm-hmm.
The port of the vault, probably.
Okay. Well, you think of the
Just-
vault, and you notice...
Specifically, the exit door
Okay.
that was inside the vault. Or wasn't it a secret passage or anything? For the vault?
There's a secret passage that you all used to run away.
Bad rat.
Mm-hmm. That Eddie wasn't very pleased about.
Because it had mice.
Yep.
Yeah. And rats.
Closest door to the vault.
Okay.
Does the vault count as a door?
Technically.
Yeah, we opened something to the vault. That means it's a door.
As you think of the vault, you do watch as the portal attempts to do its shifting before you watch as it flickers and then disappears. And you think of the closest door to the vault, and you have seen a lot of the castle from the inside.
I broke down a lot of doors.
You watch as the portal does this a few times, before finally it seems to catch. You watch as the swirling magic begins to take hold once again, and you watch as a very icy blue begins to appear and coat the portal archway.
Empties bag of holding into a corner. Runs in the vault, empties the bag. Just, grabs his potions, tucks them in ready position. I'll be right back.
As
Yeah, we have the
Dwendle-
perfect combo for this.
As Dwendle runs into the archway to find Eddie's home, you go in, and as you're transported, you find yourself a good distance down the hall from the vault room. And as you turn towards the vault, you see nothing but destruction. The walls smashed, the flooring destroyed and crumbled, the ceiling barely hanging as little pebbles still fall here and there. And as you look down towards the direction of the vault, you notice there is a massive portion of the staircase you all used to get down just melted, just completely melted, as if something had used some sort of fire to melt the path, to widen it. As you make your way over and you look down, you see light, funny enough. Embers of melted stone that have been made into now almost completely cooled magma.
Biggest question. Do I see a bloody dragon? Just in check, I don't trust anything. That was a natural 20. And then it hit the rim of the thing, and it's just, no, 2. So 9. I got robbed of a natural 20. I don't know how I feel about that.
You don't see a dragon, but you do feel the heat that's radiating off of this hole down to where, down what was once a spiral staircase down to the vault. And it's a rather big hole.
So I'm gonna need a rope to get down.
More than likely, and that's if the rope can withstand the heat.
Oh. Any way down? She does not want to give us more gold.
I'm not worried about that. You all awoke something in that vault. You gotta remember what it was, and it had to get out somehow.
It's been a month though.
Eddie, did you ever know the dragon was there?
As Dwendle, as it's just Dwendle goes down, they're just talking.
I did not follow, so Eddie's not there.
Yeah, Nyla's still back at the manor too.
Yeah, Dwendle's by himself.
Okay. Oh.
May could have followed if she wanted, but Dwendle said something about,
Wait.
I'll be right back, and then just fucked off out of the vault that you all were standing in. And then he comes back a few seconds later, empties his bag of holding, grabs his potions, then runs back out the vault, and then has not been back.
Oh, wait, okay. I thought we were... Okay, sorry, I'm a little lost. But
You're
that's
fine.
okay, I'm catching on.
You're fine.
Never
Saw a
mind,
lot
I'm
of
with
gold
Nyla.
bars.
Okay.
That's
And
actually
platinum
the
bars.
idea I had, yeah. Go
Well,
back
you
to
all
Eddie's
did
vault.
watch as after he ran out, you can see out the vault door, Dwendle standing there in front of the portal, stands up staring at it as the portal is trying to catch and then just refusing before it finally catches and he just disappears inside.
Oh, yeah, no, I would have followed. That sounds like a fun thing to do.
Okay. Then
That-
everything I just described,
Yeah.
May is seeing it too. It is still intense in here actually. It's not hot like sweltering, but it's still warm, which is strange considering where you are, as the frozen wastelands have kind of taken over a lot of this space. Since you all are underground as far as you are, the heat that has been created here is staying in this area.
Looks up. Is there a lot of water?
Not at the moment.
Judging that we're in the castle's entirely engulfed, nearly in ice.
It's
Ah.
true. Because it was like half under water, it was like half under ice, half
Mhm.
above.
There isn't any water in here.
Dragon.
You don't notice any water, at least, with a 9 perception.
I want to also take a look around.
Okay.
I got I don't remember, I forgot to pull up my character sheet like a dummy. Wait,
I
there
had
we
a
go.
24.
Come.
Dice wants to kill me today, apparently.
Oh, wait, okay.
I'll be sure to
We're
give you
going
all your
for-
important rolls today.
We got a 7.
A 7?
No. 19 on investigation.
Nice. Okay, well, it looks like as you look around the area, you do notice on the floor towards the end of the hall that you all had run towards and out towards the entrance. You do notice on the floor further into the hallways there are iced puddles. And a lot of the craters are large. It looks like something had stepped in those spots as it was running along the ground. And you do see that a lot of the destruction is as if something had plowed against the walls. And as you look down the hole, you notice claw marks up the sides as if something was using the sides of the walls to climb. It's rather big.
Oh my gosh. This thing is huge.
It's not will fix what we did.
We need to. I don't care if we die in the process.
Can you fly a stone? Or are you not magic?
Can I fly us down? No, I can get myself down, just not you guys. Wait, how deep is it?
It was the distance that you all had walked on the spiral staircase. It is the full distance of that staircase.
And
60 feet?
oh wait, no, I
Just
wouldn't
about.
be able to anyways. Never mind.
80?
Just about 60 to 100 feet, yeah.
No staircase down.
Not one that's left, at least.
So you can see straight down.
Yes.
If you give me until in the morning, I can go down there and at least
I have a better
there's the way.
idea. Come on, go back. It's just pushing.
Okay,
Clear
okay.
back through the portal. Runs back, grabs bars of platinum.
Oh,
No following me.
do you want rope?
Loads everything into his bag.
Wait, did you go all the way to the vault?
Yep, and he's come back. Oh no.
What's the vault?
There's no way down.
Down? I have wings.
Woo. Use it later. Either way,
Then
grab
not
what's
to follow.
give.
Do-
No following. I'm trying to think of a
Why?
very specific street in a certain marketplace that is known as the Iron District.
Mm-hmm.
What color is the portal?
Well, that depends. Where is he wanting to go?
Certain place in the Iron District to a old friend's house. Ever known as a shield brother.
Hmm. Okay. And you're sure?
Yep.
Okay.
By the way, he's full everything
Guys,
again.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I have to reload my Discord. I'm frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Feel free. Feel free. Nope, not that one.
Oh my god. I'm back.
And May is back almost immediately. Absolutely wonderful.
Fast as fudge, boy.
And you are absolutely certain.
Oh, he's gonna watch the portal first.
My boss.
That's an interesting color. Hey.
So, you think about this for a long time. And my boss. Specifically, my left one has been itching.
Ow.
So bad.
Ow.
Ah. So. You think really hard about this, and you watch as the portal itself, the arc, begins to swirl with a very beautiful flame red with flakes of like charcoal black just kind of swirling in there as if you're looking at lava, in all honesty. And it's a beautiful color, but it gives off a very fierce feeling to it as well.
Takes a deep breath in. Yeah, he's got everything. Including his certain deck of cards.
But why?
gonna seal the scene away where you guys can never get it, and I'm running in.
May's gonna look back at them and be like,
That's not in the room.
"Okay."
Nyla followed as far as that. What?
Did he just run?
Hey guys, he jumped.
He's so I'm not even in the room anymore. After you guys left the first time, I just left.
Oh, man.
Nyla,
Yeah, I think. What?
what? That seemed very off-putting.
It's true, especially if that he needed was to get down a hole. Because, like I said, I can help with that.
I just asked him if he needed
Have
rope.
the solution.
Instead, he.
And James, this is the first time I get to send you this map officially. Well, part of it.
Should we follow him at a distance?
Wendell did say, "Do not come in."
I'm aware, but I can hide pretty well.
He said, "Don't come in," but he didn't say,
Mm,
not come in."
Don't sound like do.
People are gonna get arrested,
If he's not
and they're
back
never
in,
gonna, and they're never gonna get out. Oh no!
if he's not back in a few minutes, no, maybe a little more than a few minutes. If he's not back, 10, 15 minutes, I'll do psychic link with you, which probably won't help because we're gonna be a million miles away, but you never know. And then I'll go in after him and make sure that I'm stealthy.
I could just stand guard at the door if you want, so if you need something, I can.
Blue
Yeah.
fail.
We could do that either way.
You're the more sneaky one, so.
Yeah. And who knows what we're gonna find on the other side of the door, so we might want to stay on the side.
Right, I at least have someone here to guard. Okay. Just. Any signs of trouble?
We'll
Come
do.
back
And
here first. Don't follow Dwindle. Dwindle's a little.
sounds good. We can also establish a
Driven.
time limit where I need to be back by before you come after me too, if we want to do the whole chain of chaos.
Here we go. There's that one.
I suppose. You want to
that
do.
one.
Let's say.
20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. And.
We'll wait, 10 minutes for Dwendle first, though. It's fast. Further than that, we don't know if he's okay, so we gotta
Oh,
make
it's
sure.
glorious. It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I've waited so long for this one map. You have no idea. So many campaigns,
That's
and
not
I'm
the only part.
finally here. I know there's so many more sections. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yup.
Oh crap!
However,
I just said I'm going back to the family forge. Oh no!
however, before you actually land where you're wanting to land, Dwindle, as you step through the portal, that feeling that you've gotten running through the other ones, it's begun to fade as you've been going in and out of the portals. You all have been going through the portals, back into the portals, so on and so forth. You're getting used to that feeling of being suddenly thrust thousands of miles, basically. Dwindle, this time you have a feeling in your body that is not nausea, but you're hit with this burning feeling once again. The same burning feeling that you got on the back of your hand and in your palm, where that symbol rests on your hand. However, you feel that across your entire body. As for a moment, as you are thrust that distance, you find yourself floating for a moment. In a very dark room. And you hear crackling. A familiar crackling. The sound of fire. And you look around and you realize the darkness around you. The darkness around you is not pitch black, lightless. You realize you're in the middle of a smoke cloud. And as you look around, you just see the black mist beginning to swirl as your eyes readjust. And it starts to burn your eyes a little bit for a moment. Until in between a few of the swirls, you notice it parts a little bit. And far enough that it's almost hard to make out for a moment. But close enough that you can see the figure. You see between the swirls of smoke and ash a woman. She stands before you. In between those swirls of smoke, you just see a plume of bright ginger curled hair that is pushed back and drapes down to the middle of her thighs, with little swirls that seem to curl and bounce on either side of her face. And you watch as the smoke swirls further, and you see two molten eyes. And instead of the black pupil, you see this glowing light, like that of a flame. And for a moment, you feel that symbol on your hand burn brighter before the swirling smoke then overtakes once again, and your vision is obscured entirely. And it starts to sting so much that you end up having to close your eyes and try and fight it off. And when you open them again, you find yourself exactly where you want to be, right in front of the door that you had pictured in your mind, with the portal now swirling behind you.
I'm just trying to think of where now. Got a map.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for lore for exact names. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Orvin. Your shed's gonna be a bit preoccupied for a bit. Looking around. Ash. Smoke. Sees a interesting stone backyard full of, I don't know if what's changed over the past few months, but a mock
Basically nothing.
battlefield. Okay, extremely massive mock battlefield of different creatures thrown together, horrible representation of it. And he's in his shield brother's backyard, or training area. Here's a small forge. We're working on personal work, and it's just first things first. He's just looks up to see the wonderful stone decorated ceiling. Got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Puts his helmet on and a little cloak, making him try. What? Nothing can stop that. But it isn't. A lot of the time, we battle ragers all look the same. Dwendle's armor, however, is a bit more special as he made it, so a bit more recognizable.
Mm.
So he's trying to cover that up a bit, so it's still clearly spiked armor, but is gonna look at the door. His best friend, a dwarf that he's known for 90 plus years. And nope, can't do it. Cannot stomach it. Is going to walk over and just knock. Can't help himself.
And you're knocking where?
Back door.
Mm.
I don't remember, Ryan, if this guy's married or not.
Well, you knock. You knock, and for a few moments there isn't an answer. A few more moments pass. A few more moments. There doesn't seem to be an answer.
Is he on duty? is going to go to the back door, or the back gate, open it up, and since Orvan's not there, he's going to look around and go to a certain shop.
Mhm.
Just trying to find its name again. It's been so long. Okay. I do not have a name down for some reason, or I can't find it. He's gonna go to the Snowfire Forge shop.
Okay.
He's just doing the official walk like he does the walk like he normally does for it. Like he's a guard. He knows the walk. He's just trying to look natural.
Roll a performance check.
Advantage or no? He's just trying to be normal.
Well, I'll give you advantage for the fact that you know this particular route.
19, first roll, second roll is a 10. Performance 19.
Good. You skirt past a number of locals and other people. A number of them you've seen in passing before. None of them seem to pay you any mind. For now.
It's the energy of the city, like.
You can roll an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Hmm.
So 21. Walk the streets. He's lived here his entire life, so he knows when something's off. Normally. Or should.
Well, looking around, it's relatively easy to see when something is off for the most part. And living here most of your life, it's difficult not to notice when something's up. You notice that a number of the guards that you can see in the distance seem a little on edge. The locals seem perfectly fine.
Too risky. Too risky. Question is, does he recognize, how many of them does he recognize?
For the most part, almost all of them, just in passing.
Gosh.
For the guards, you do recognize two of them as they are some of the normal patrol guards for the inner city itself. The third you do realize is probably new.
Does he trust any of them? Oh, Kershaw does trust some. There's trust in life and there's trust in secrets. Big difference.
For the most part, Dwendle feels as though he can trust almost all of the guards with secrets. It's one of those things where there are some that you can trust with deeper ones or darker ones, but for the most part, these dwarves, the two that you recognize at least, you know that you can tell them, you know, simple secrets. You can tell them orders.
And I
And you
Yes.
know that they are...
trust him not enough to turn me in.
You wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
They're like...
Because-
It's like passing acquaintances.
Alrighty, just
But-
gonna keep going on by.
Dwendle would know when the local guard are keeping things from the locals. And it looks like they're keeping something from the locals. When they speak, it's hushed, unless a local walks up to them. As a lot of the guard, you have locals that come up, ask you for little things here and there, just in passing help, because they know that you all are willing to. And whenever the locals pass by, for the most part, they give them their passing hellos. They're passing good days, passing... just passing
Speaking
greetings.
entirely in dwarves. This is awesome.
They pass by relatively easily. But it definitely looks like they are keeping something from the locals.
Well, Dwendle is pretty acknowledged. I'm not. He doesn't want to get himself caught. He knows the consequences of his leaving. May it be accident or not. He is going to slowly make his way to the family forge job. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna die. Papa's going to kill me.
While Dwendle is doing this, what do the others like to do?
I think me and Nyla was gonna follow after Dwendle.
It's true. I was gonna give him roughly
Nyla's
10,
gonna stand
15
at the
minutes
door. Yeah.
before following.
And Odile is doing her own thing. Which we don't know what it is. So
They're gonna get lost. I'm so excited.
getting lost in Flamenbroth.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. And if Nyla doesn't come back within 20 minutes to a half an hour, discretion involved, I'll come find her.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Oh, this is fun.
Sorry to spring Flamenbroth to life.
You're good.
Right.
Very exciting to hear
Waiting
other
for
people's
this moment.
backstories.
Always good.
Bye-bye.
Always good.
Always.
Now, since you're heading to the family forge, you get another piece of the map.
Lol.
And Nyla, as you
Yes?
three go back to the portal room, Odile then scurrying off to do her own thing as well. You all walk past the archway as it is swirling with a rather gorgeous but fierce flame orange with black brown charcoal flakes swirling within it as well. What do you three think of the portal?
Very intriguing.
Incredibly.
Feels like home.
Well, Nyla, you're able to go in, and you find yourself in a massive cavern. You look around, and James, if you'd like to describe what she sees, please feel free. This is your backstory.
Flamenbroth or just the scenario of the city?
Just-
Or portion that she's in?
Just the portion that she's in for right now.
Which district is she in? The Anvil district?
The Anvil or the Iron District, as you had called it, yeah.
No. Some people call it Steel District, some people call it Iron.
Yeah.
Long
It
story
depends on the age of the dwarf.
You are surrounded. You've probably... I'm gonna need a minute. The ceiling is out of a dark stone, or ever how Will wants to describe it, but on top, you see hanging buildings. Some places where it's high, some places where it's low. Bridges hanging, connecting the buildings from bridge to bridge from the top of the massive cavern. You are surrounded by what cannot be else described but a single giant furnace.
Hmm.
An entire place of intricate design of thousands of chimneys, with the sky kind of being a constant hue of smoke and fire, black smoke. Iron, dark iron everywhere, with mostly vast majority of the work here is just stone. The place, though in a cavern, is well lit, but not too well lit. The lanterns kind of changing in hue as you notice the longer you watch, the brighter they get as a means of telling the day.
Hmm.
Every square inch of this place has been touched with some form of dwarven craftsmanship for the floor. With some stones being replaced, some stones being updated, and in a way it's its own type of graffiti of dwarven artisans competing against one each other to one up the neighbor. So the pieces, it's There's about, frick, how many shops? So many.
Mhm.
Are we next to the certain waterfall or not?
This entirely depends on where you popped out. Which building is the one that you wanted to come out of?
Looking at your map, backyard,
I
probably
take
21.
I take no credit for this map, by the way. This was a map that I've been holding on to because I found it, and I have been very happy with how it looks.
It's 28. The square portion being the house, the weird shaped one being the backyard.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just I can't really like. There's too much to explain.
Please feel free. You're as much a DM as I am. Give her enough detail that it makes sense what she's looking at, but not so much that it's overwhelming.
Well, it is overwhelming, especially to not a typical dwarf, especially not one for going straight into an underground to see such a sophisticated place.
Yeah.
What's the word? Efficiency. On tops of some of the houses, you actually see a rail cart
Hmm.
being pushed. A giant one. It is just, and there's quite a few of them just going rough, right, up, down. Mostly, if I remember correctly, it's mostly dwarves in this section, if not entirely dwarves. There's a few, most of the buildings are built to dwarf standard here, with shops having a separate entry, or the correction of that of a main entry, or to accommodate for other races that are coming to buy and sell wares here. But there is clearly a dwarf entrance, and then there is the normal entrance. Most houses sporting mostly dwarf entrances.
Hmm.
A lot of stonework, a lot of metal work, and simply to say, it is an arts and crafts project as a whole that is never going to end, and will never be perfect, and will continue to be updated and worked upon over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Until there is no hands left to make it better.
Hmm.
Steam question mark, Will?
There's a little bit.
Steam engine? More
Flamenbroth sticks to mostly the old ways. However, there is not a whole lot of ore working here in this section. This section is specifically residential for the area that you're in. However, there are places within the area that that hold that kind of stuff. There are certain houses that have personal blacksmith areas kind of in that. However, a lot of the steamwork engines and stuff like that, the big stuff especially, are in the ore works.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the order works exactly, but yeah.
Nice. I mean, she's just gonna like kind of like look up and spin around a few times for a minute.
You probably
Before
feel
she-
lost. Is the best way. You feel lost.
Yeah.
Dwendle was like, don't follow me. Probably said that for a reason.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, and then sort of just like shake herself, like, oh shoot, I do gotta actually do stuff, and then try to follow any markers that she can to where Dwindle is, but also keep an eye out where she is to find her way back.
Okay. Roll an
Nyla
investigation
cast
check.
Sending.
Oh yeah, before I go through the portal, she does the psionic
What's the distance on
long
that?
rest. It's literally like a mile, I think. So I'm doubting that the portal will.
Maze
Oh.
is gonna stand outside like she's gonna step with Nyla. She's gonna so she if Nyla needs anything, she can hear.
Um,
I'm just
Mhm.
worried if Ulon comes. Not Ulon, but
Your
Yeah.
backstory's coming into play here,
Or-
James.
I'm really
Just-
worried if Orvon comes in the back and finds two random strangers. You are surrounded by all forms of training gear, war gear, and even stuff that you didn't even think possible.
Hmm.
She's also just gonna remind May, like, if anything happens, if you don't see me go back through the portal, don't come after me. If you see someone.
But what happens if there is something wrong? You have a
I-
half
I'll-
an hour, Nyla.
I know. I'll figure it out. But if someone comes up, looks like they're looking for someone, or see you, just get back through the portal. I'll be fine. I'll figure it out.
There, Nyla. I will do as
You're-
you say, Nyla.
Yeah, you're gonna be the stationary one. You gotta be careful.
With my life.
I comes over. Oh, since they're over there, I'm just gonna pick a new spot. Locks everyone in Flamenbroth.
So, as I had explained
Mhm.
before, the portal does not close if everyone that had walked through it originally is not back through it.
Oh,
Yeah. Otherwise, I just go to Eddie's vault while you were there and figure that out, and then come back, get you.
Mhm.
But yeah, she's gonna try to track Dwindle and be as stealthy as possible in the process.
I have no idea how high these guys' perception checks are gonna be.
I actually need investigation checks at disadvantage.
Okay.
It's a clean place. It's a very clean place.
It's not even that it's clean. She is looking for a dwarf in a sea of dwarves.
And she's a very tall person.
Okay. 13.
A 13.
Oh. Oh no.
Mhm.
That's actually not as
Better
bad
than-
as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, better than I was expecting. I rolled a 10 and a 15.
Nice.
I was expecting like a 7 at best.
I wasn't expecting like 7 low, but I wasn't expecting a 15.
13.
13, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You're good.
overestimating.
Just making sure you got the right number.
There we go. And James, you have the images of the areas that you're needing, right?
Yeah, I don't think you sent me the latest one though.
Oh, right. I haven't sent you the new ones. Hold on. I'm gonna do a thing. Hee hee. It feels so weird actually having it where I can send him these things now.
Yeah, it's not like you could have done it beforehand.
No. That would ruin the fun.
Nah. You don't get to know what your home looks like until you actually get back there again.
Alright. There we go. There you go. So, Nyla,
Yes.
what specifically are you looking for when searching for Dwendle?
That is an excellent question. I don't know exactly what the terrain looks like here, but I'm gonna go through various things that I may have learned from being in cities, trying to find people, which isn't necessarily a whole lot.
Okay. Since you're also here, I will send you the map just so you have an idea of what you're looking at. However, keep in mind you do not know what these buildings actually are.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. This is what you're looking at. And James, you said which building was the one that you ported in?
28.
28.
Okay.
So that gives you an idea of where exactly you are.
Yeah.
Towards the middle.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to go off as far as finding him goes, but I'm mostly probably gonna be trying to make sure I memorize where I am right now so that I can get back there. And then kind of vaguely going off in a direction of like that looks like something Dwendle would be interested in, but I don't necessarily have any direct ideas of what that would look like under the circumstances. I'm going off vibes, basically.
You
Mostly.
are hoping for the best.
Exactly.
All
Hope
right.
and a dream.
Roll a D100 for me.
Sounds good. That is a 34.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, this is a bit interesting because you're quite literally looking for a dwarf in a sea of dwarves.
Yep, it's a needle in a haystack.
It's a needle in a needle stack.
It's true. It's about the same odds as May and Dwendle had looking for me and crows that one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is worse.
This is much
It's
worse.
true because it's unknown to me and it is known to him.
So, you said you got a 13, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
Should I also roll stealth because that is another
Yes.
important part? Whether or not I find him, I want to know where I am right now, how to get back, and not be seen.
Okay. Hey, Dwendle, can you roll a D100 for me really quick?
24 stealth.
I was looking right at him. How did he do that?
64.
64. Okay. Nyla,
Yes.
with your 13. you begin wandering,
Yeah.
kind of going off of the vibes of the area, kind of hoping for the best. And you notice guards kind of patrolling the area. But you notice that these guards are not patrolling like guards in the cities that you visited are. Those guards had small circles that they kind of kept. They kept that path, and they wandered that path over and over again throughout the day. And that was their assigned path for that day.
Mhm.
These guards, you notice that their path, knowing that Dwendle has talked about being a guard, talked about how he was at one time a guard, and how that's why his disposition is the way that it is. You begin following the guards. And you notice that the path that they're taking, it does not follow that circular, just they're designated to one area. These guards slowly wander the entire area. And then they pick a direction based on the connecting paths that you notice. This cavern, it opens up to these massive archways that lead like hallways or pathways to other portions that you can look through the archway and you see another portion of lights and people, and you notice the locals are walking back and forth along these hallways, along these staircases, along these pathways to other areas. And you look out, and you can see these guards beginning to wander up those hallways, and you notice another portion of guards. Each of these rotations of guards having about 3 in each. You see the 3 that you're following head further down one of those paths, whereas another 3 are coming from that path. As if they're swapping districts, basically.
Okay.
They don't seem to follow a uniform path, but at the same time, they follow a uniform path, just not a designated one. And looking around, it is very difficult to find your dwarf as you notice multiple dwarves. You see a few gnomes, actually. And you see a number of these guards continuing their paths, as well as a massive amount of locals. Just normal people. Of all colored beards, all sizes, from stone dwarves, or not stone dwarves, from mountain dwarves to hill dwarves. You notice a very visual difference between the sub-races of the dwarves that have scattered their population around here. And Dwendle, you would know this as well. You have mountain dwarves, hill dwarves, gold dwarves, shield dwarves. You have a whole list of different dwarves that have taken up residence here. And Nyla, you don't know about all of the sub-races of dwarves because not a whole lot of people actually experience seeing each individual sub-race. But you're getting flooded with every type of dwarf that you could possibly see. Some are...
Was there Duggar?
There are very select few Duragar that you can see. There are none that are there are no Duragar that are guards.
We don't trust him enough. Slight
You-
bit of racism.
You only know of
Light.
one Duragar that managed to make himself a guard. And he has been a guard for the last 2 millennia, basically. Working up from the lowest position that he could have possibly gotten. However, you also know that there is a trading post that is deep within Flamenbroth that allows you to trade with members of the Underdark. Those that are hospitable enough to trade, at least.
Very few drow. Right?
There are some drow that come along, yes. You trade fine elven weaponry for a few dwarven dysfunctions that they seem to see as very high quality. For the most part, at least. Nonetheless, though, Nyla, I would like you to roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a d6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 6,
A 6.
indeed.
Very nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh. So you find yourself in a new area. And James, you would have had to go through it as well to get to where you are. I'll send you those images as well. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Why you know? Why you do that? So my files, I have them labeled like the portion of the city and then a number after it if it has multiple layers based on the building's height. And it always puts the one that doesn't have a number, which is the first layer, the most important one with the legend and all of that. It has all of that at the end because it doesn't have a number with it on the file.
Wow.
Why are you doing that? Stop it. You bitch. Get over here. There we go. No! I didn't want you to open it. Damn it, images.
Whee!
And I've just closed Steam on accident. That's nice.
Could be a lot worse.
It's fine. I didn't close anything important.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Little save file.
I would cry. You would have had to go through this area to get where you are now.
Oh. This is the place where he'd be most careful.
Mm-hmm.
Really careful.
And Nyla, you enter this new area, and this is what you see. As you look around at these grandiose buildings. And up above you are these massive walkways that are connected to these 4 massive pillars that connect the bottom and the top of the cavern. And I would like you to 1, 2, 3, 4,
You see the
5,
doors?
6, 7, 8. I need you to roll a d8.
D8.
Yes.
Does she see the doors?
2.
Which doors?
Or the stairway up?
Oh, yeah. Each of the stairways and walkways and hallways have these massive doors that are on either end of the hallway that are basically meant to close at that end. It's very interesting, but the doorway goes all the way up this the massive archways that connect these walkways. Each individual portion has these doors.
I meant to a certain massive stairway to the King District.
Uh-huh.
The King's District.
Um...
Like, does she see the stairway up? With the statues and everything.
Oh yeah, it's very obvious when she's heading up the paths, if she takes either direction really. These grandiose buildings, these stone walls that are alight with life in a way that you didn't realize that stone could be. You watch as these locals fill these stone walkways with bustling noise and interactions, and it's almost beautiful how these people have made a material that is inanimate and lifeless feel like it's breathing. It is gorgeous here. And as you follow these guards still, you find yourself meandering down one of these paths, and before you are 6 massive statues that come to almost like a cone shape to a staircase that leads up. And this massive staircase has the biggest doors that you can see from any of these hallways. And each one has a dwarf carved into its face, standing with a battle axe, head down onto the stone, protecting the door. Visually, at least. You also see a very beautiful, almost temple-like building in front of those statues, just past a strange garden of what looks like glowing crystals. And it's actually rather beautiful here, in all honesty. However, May, it has taken Nyla a long time to get through this area.
Try to
I'm
talk to
just
Nyla.
I'm just trying to think, is she still in range?
Each of those squares is about 5 feet.
May's gonna try to talk to Nyla through the bond, the link.
But it was 10.
Any news, Nyla?
Still working on it. Still good. How are things over there?
Nah, May's gonna look around. It's going. This place sure is interesting. How
It
much longer
definitely
do I
is.
have to stay sitting here?
I'm not sure exactly. I haven't found him yet, though.
Just so
I'll
May
keep you
knows what
updated.
she's looking at.
Mhm.
Please feel free to continue.
Mhm. Yeah, May's just kind of sitting there like a dog. Uh, how far are you, do you think?
I'm not sure.
And are
DM?
you still...
How far am I roughly? Or would I know?
Good distance. You're at the end of the hall that connects you to this portion. So I'd say you're reaching the end of that bond at this point.
Okay. I'm a long ways away. If you don't hear from me, don't like panic or anything like that. It's just a ginormous place. Just FYI.
You think I should just follow after you at a distance?
I wouldn't yet. It's a really big place, really easy to get lost. And two people
Okay,
means
but
twice
if
the likelihood of getting lost. I could
then
theoretically guide you, but I still don't know if we want to keep stealth.
it would be easier if we could talk to one another, you know, not
That's
just
true.
have to guess.
It's true. How likely are you going to be to get lost in a place like this?
Enough.
Enough. Or not even to the sub
Sure.
caverns, if I remember correctly.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Mm. I won't get into any trouble though.
I don't entirely believe that, but I will still leave it up to you. I'll guide you through to the best of my ability if you want to join me. I just don't know what we're looking at yet.
Yeah, why don't you guide me a little just so we can try to stay in one another's range?
I'm trying to remember if Dwendle said if we're ever in Flamenbroth as a group thing that he would chop off their hands if they ever stole anything here.
May's not
I'm
a
not-
thief.
I'm not planning on stealing anything
Tomorrow.
yet.
I'm just trying to
Yet.
remember if he said it or not.
Yet.
He was being very truthful. He would. Mhm.
Show leader, like, over to the stairs, roughly, but enough room to, like, one of the alleyways near the stairs. For now.
In other words, it's simply don't get caught by Dwendle.
Really?
That's the big thing. Just don't ever get caught by him. What you got there? Oh, nothing
I've
at
had this for
all.
years. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it looks familiar.
Yeah, you've seen me use it before.
Right.
I have deception. Sort of. Wait, what do I have for deception? Oh yeah. I'm decent with deception.
Roll a concentration or something like a, like a
Con save.
con save if I get distracted or not, because this is
You know what? If you want to, you could certainly do that.
I got a 7.
So May, what's your choice of shiny thing?
New spear. We're going shopping.
So,
How big is your coin purse?
I've got a lot of money actually.
so May, you begin wandering. And because of where you are, wandering can get you a few places, actually. Accidentally.
She's gonna put her hood up though because she's got pointy ears. She got real pointy ears, and this does not look like a pointy ear friendly place.
You're also much taller than everybody there.
Dwarves have pointy ears a bit.
She's got pointy ears though.
So funny enough, you're actually in the area for this.
Oh,
Now that I'm looking at the... I finally get a chance to actually, like, relearn the map. You two spawned because of Dwendle. You actually are in the area for this. As there aren't any Steamworks in here. This is not the Steamworks area. This is the skills area. Dwendle brought you all to the Anvil Quarter. You don't know that. But the Anvil Quarter is anyone with a skill of some kind towards creation can be found here. It's very easy for May to get lost, as looking around as you wander, there are a number of weaponsmiths, smiths, metalworkers, just all kinds of weaponry and armory here. And as you walk around, I will say, as you walk around, you get a few looks. You do get a few people who notice you. And you do feel stares, but you don't feel threatened per se. Yes, because Dwendle would know this. Flamenbroth does have people who occasionally show up for trade. If the Forest of Life allows them because they have good intentions, the Forest of Life has allowed passerbys to get to Flamenbroth and allows trade. If those people are trusted by Flamenbroth, they are allowed into the inner sanctums where these anvil quarters, these great halls, all of this area are allowed. However,
How many knowledge? Just Dwindle.
it's really just Dwendle, because nobody else has really tried to go to Flamenbroth in this group, as far as I know. And it's one of those things that Dwendle knows it, and May is slowly learning that she's not being threatened by these people, because they've never seen her before, but obviously she's here for a reason, so she's not being like... Guards aren't suddenly swarming and being like, alright, you need to get the fuck out, we don't know who the fuck you are. Like, you're in an inner sanctum, basically. So, you're getting a few looks, but you're not going out of your way to make yourself a problem. So, nobody's walking up to you and saying hi, but they aren't exactly hissing and booing and throwing things at you. So, you're able to freely kind of meander around as you try to keep yourself hidden. And there are a number of weapon shops. And there are a number of them that have a glass front that you can see beautiful weaponry. Of all kinds, including spears. May has gone all of 5 feet into Flamenbroth and has already gotten lost. And by choice. I want this to be added, by choice.
He lost concentration.
Yep. So,
It's
After
we're
she's
doing this-
fully, like, completely lost, she's just gonna hear in her mind, "You got that, right?"
Yeah, uh-huh. I gotcha. Staring at the thing in the glass. Yeah, I gotcha.
Right.
So you see
Hand
the
up the
stairs, right?
glass.
Sorry.
oh
in there.
boy. But you are able to now view these beautiful dwarven works of just beautiful craftsmanship. Absolutely marvelous craftsmanship. Some are more aggressive, some are sleek, some are efficient, some are decorative, some are... they give off the idea of power. No matter where you go here, everything that you see is meticulously crafted. And as impossible as it seems, no two works are exactly alike.
Um. We're gonna look through. And she wants to look for armor as well. So she catches a glimpse of armor while she's looking. But this would be the immediate thing that would catch your attention.
I'm not gonna lie, you kind of cut out a
Sure.
little bit, so I didn't exactly hear what you said.
It's official. This episode's gonna be called Lost in Flamenbroth.
Mhm. Lost in the soup. Good soup. So she's gonna immediately, her attention is caught by the spears, but the moment while she's looking around, if she sees armor, she's gonna go to that.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of armorers down here as well. You have your choice, in all honesty. Anything you can think of with the idea of dwarven make is here. And all of it is beautiful. And as I said, no two pieces are exactly as alike at all. Each of them have a style. As you go to the different buildings, each of them have a style of that blacksmith, but none of the works are exactly alike in any way. Save for a brand or a family symbol that is like almost more meticulously crafted into it than any other detail on the armor.
He's gonna look for something that like I want like half plate armor. But she's gonna look for something of at least a similar style to what she's used to, if she can find something like that. Like with her belt, it's like a crest of Shay. It's like her family crest almost, but not exactly. She wants something similar that's not like exact.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. If there's any chances. Like more nature based is what I mean of design.
Well, finding that is
Not like it doesn't need to be intricate. Like
So finding that is a bit difficult, as dwarves being less nature and more mineral, you don't see very many with a nature-based design. You see many that have a very solid, strong. Almost like, kind of like the buildings that you see around you. It's strong, it's efficient, and it's meant to take a hit. And it looks as if you had taken the idea of strength and made it into armor. That's how these dwarves craft their things. Nothing here really screams we made this in the idea of nature.
Well, yeah. Like then I'm searching for something sturdy.
All of it is sturdy.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm
You're
trying to think
perfectly
of the
fine.
best word. Something lighter is, I feel like, better. Not exactly.
That's a little easier to find than the nature
Yeah.
designs. A lot of the dwarven armor, it does look heavy, but as you look around, a lot of them have beautiful designs. Not nature-based designs, but beautiful designs nonetheless. And as you're looking for that half plate, you can see a number of designs for half plate, including slightly lighter versions. There are some that are very thick, very, very sturdy, very built. They are built to stand on the front line and take a massive pounding. And then you have some that look like they are meant to back up that front line. So, you have a number of options. And I can promise you, anything that you can think of design-wise, they have here, other than the nature.
I meant like the lighter designs, like not like forged.
Chainmail.
You know, like yeah, like
Oh,
softer that May could wear,
Yeah.
because she's not like a beast.
Oh, yeah.
beast.
Oh, yeah, they
You
love
know,
crafting that
that's-
just as much.
Yeah.
You can
But
easily find those.
yeah, like kind of like the latter option you put out, like backup.
Probably mithril quality.
But
yeah,
yes.
so something along that. She's gonna look for something light that she can wear.
Okay. Well, feel free to look up designs or create your own design, because I can promise you they probably have it. Save for nature
Well-
looks, of course. But
Mhm.
as long as it's
I'll
dwarf.
show you. I'll send it.
Of
is
course.
what I want. What I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
And as Nyla is still searching for Dwendle, and May is getting lost looking for new armor and window shopping, and as Dwendle is making his way to his family forge, what is Odile doing?
just random things around Nyla's new house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like she puts the food for everybody in the kitchen. They'll come and get it when they want them. But then also brings food down to our new big friend to make sure he gets fed.
Ooh.
And also hands him like a bunch of rations and go, when you get the chance, do you mind giving those to our prisoners, I guess?
Help us.
We'll figure out what to do with them later.
Oh, of course.
Thank you, Betty. Do you need to use the bathroom or anything? I can stand here while you do, if you need to.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I'm pretty sure later someone will switch with you. It's not gonna be me, though. Sorry, buddy.
It's alright, I'm just happy to be of help.
You are tons of help. Thank you so much. And make sure to eat all your food.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I just go and just like clean up random spots or make things or do whatever.
Okay. And with that, as it nears 10 o'clock, I believe that's a good place to call episode 77. As May is attempting to find Dwendle, or no, Nyla is attempting to find Dwendle, May is attempting to find new armor, Odile is keeping to herself and minding her own peace for now. And Dwendle is trying his best to blend in as a dwarf in a sea of dwarves. As our players get lost in Flamenbroth, I hope that you all enjoyed tonight's story. I hope that you all join us again. And we will be sure to keep the campfire roaring for you. So that way, you have somewhere to sit and listen to the Will-O-Wisps and their stories next time. Here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods. Good night, everybody.